Fever dub! Bow, bow, bow! But also, let's take a moment for KK, okay? She's that moment today. She's that girl always. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Welcome back to TFD. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, and hit that bell so you never miss a moment. Now let's get into it. The Indiana Fever just stomped out the Chicago sky. Straight up domination. And look, this is exactly what I wanted to see. There was a stretch where the sky made it a little too close for comfort. Yeah, we'll talk about that, but let's not get it twisted. This was the Kelsey Mitchell Takeover. I'm talking primetime Pistol Pete vibes. She was out there torch chin and absolute flamethrower. Buckets on autopilot. Everything just smooth, nothing forced. Kelsey was dialed in like she was on NBA Jam. She couldn't miss. Let's run it back. 12 of 19 shooting. 7 of 10 from deep. Dropped 35 like it was light work. She was chefing, stirring up that sky defense like soup on the stove. Fire. Plus 25 for the game. You can't argue with that. Now let's talk about the sky. Man, this team is just bad. Straight up bottom tier. Angel Reese wasn't even out there today, but honestly, it wouldn't have mattered. The whole squad just ain't it right now. But hey, silver lining for Chicago. You didn't lose by 40 this time. Only 15. So technically, that's progress. Man shrugging. Tyler Marsh, my guy, it's not looking good for you. Front office better be dialing up replacements already. This team is lost. The product is trash. It's just facts. So check this out. Man, Hailey Van Lith didn't even suit up today. Something about that ankle. I don't know the full story, but she was out. And honestly, didn't even matter. The Indiana Fever dominated. Chicago tried to get slick and threw out a zone defense like it was going to confuse anybody. Nah, Indiana shot them clean out of that zone. Lexi Hull got to her spot in the corner, bang. Knocked it down. Kelsey Mitchell? Oh, she was having a field day out there. Came off that high ball screen like it was practice, wide open looks all day. And I gotta be real with you, I haven't seen Kelsey get this many clean shots without Caitlin Clark on the court. That's wild. Usually, defenses are all over her. But today, she was walking into shots like it was shoot-around. Even on broken plays, deflections, loose balls, she was still getting clean looks. That just tells you how bad the Chicago defense is. Now, let me give a little shout-out to Coach Stephanie White. Yeah, I'm gonna give you your flowers. The team came out locked in defensively. Sure, the offense was a little rough at first. Some missed shots, a few early turnovers, but defensively, they were ready. I think Chicago had like 9 turnovers in the first quarter. That's wild. It was clear from tip-off, the Sky were gonna struggle to score. Now, I will say this, Rachel Banham came to hoop today. Gotta give credit where it's due. Dropped 26 points, hit 6 threes, she got hot. But outside of her, it was clamps. Kia Nurse gave them a little something. Cardoso had a decent stat line, 12 and 12, but also gave it away 5 times. She's solid, but let's keep it real. Nothing special. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston just keeps owning that matchup. Put up 14 points, 11 boards, 6 dimes, plus 15 on the floor. Clean, efficient, 5 of 9 shooting. She just plays winning basketball. Look, I'm not gonna go overboard with the hype, especially if Caitlin Clark ain't coming back just yet. The real test is gonna be Wednesday against the Phoenix Mercury. That's where we'll see what we're really working with. But beating the Chicago Sky, yeah, that's expected. With or without Caitlin. Doesn't matter if they've got Angel Reese or Hailey Van Lith, this is one of the worst teams in the league. Let's just call it what it is. They're lost. No identity. No direction. No leadership. So I'm glad we came out and handled business like we were supposed to. When a team is down bad like this, you don't let them breathe. You don't let them stick around. You show them, yeah, y'all are actually this bad. And we're gonna remind you every possession. Hands, feet, all over them. That's what a real beatdown looks like. That's how you treat a struggling squad. Now let's keep it real. Sophie Cunningham didn't have it today. Just 1-4, 6 from the floor. 1 of 6 from 3. Off night. It happens. But Michaela Timpson? Let's talk about it. She came in and gave you work. 6 of 8 shooting. 14 points. For boards. Just 22 minutes. and every minute was impactful. She's earned those minutes, no doubt about it. Now, on the flip side, Natasha Howard, phew, rough. Just rough. 0-4-5. Only 12 minutes. And honestly, that was probably 12 too many. Timpson was rolling, and coach made the right call sticking with the hot hand. That's how you win games. Reward who's producing. Let me just say this. I want Khloe Bibby signed for the rest of the season. Yeah, I know she's on a 7-day contract right now. Maybe we'll get one more look at her before a final call is made, but I've already seen enough. From the moment she stepped on the floor, you could see exactly what she brings to the table as a role player. She gives you something we've been needing badly. A true stretch four. That ability to pull defenders away from the basket, space the floor, and create room in the paint. That's huge. Especially when you got Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell trying to cook out there. Bibby came in and knocked down 2 threes like it was nothing. You cannot leave her open. Period. That's the kind of floor spacing threat that gives your offense a whole new gear. Honestly, I liked the Khloe Bibby from the jump, even before she put on a fever jersey. I saw her light us up from deep when she was with the Valkyries. I knew she had that range. I knew she could help. My only concern was whether she'd cut into Michaela Timpson's minutes, because I've been real high on Timpson, and she's been earning her time. But shout out to Coach Stephanie White, because she's finding a way to get both of them involved. Bibby's getting her minutes, and Timpson's still in the mix, still producing. If we can keep both of them rolling, man, that's a serious frontcourt rotation. Sign Khloe Bibby, let's make it official. Ari McDonald shot 50% from the floor today. Not bad, but 4 assists for turnovers? Yeah, that's a wash. Didn't matter though, because Kelsey Mitchell was out there cooking like it was a private workout. And here's what blows my mind. How do you as a coach watch Kelsey Mitchell torch you possession after possession and still not adjust? Like, I get it. Kelsey is tough to guard. No Caitlin Clark out there today, so it's clear who the engine is for Indiana. And you didn't even think to throw a double team her way? Not once. No blitz. No trap on the catch. No deny. No pressure. Nothing. Y'all guarded her like she was just some bench role player. And you cannot do that with a CBG, a certified bucket getter. Kelsey Mitchell won this game single-handedly. Let's keep it a buck. If this game was even remotely close, she drops 40. Easy. Chicago had no answers. Rachel Banham? Can't stay in front of her. Kia Nurse? Not quick enough. Rebecca Allen? Nah. She was getting roasted. Kelsey Mitchell reminded everybody today why she's one of the most pure scorers in the WNBA. She did her big one. She showed up, dominated, and made it clear you do not take her lightly. Ever. Now as for Chicago, man, I don't know where y'all go from here. This season, it's a wrap. Done. Might as well let Angel Reese rest that back and call it a year. And I still can't believe y'all gave up the number 3 overall pick, which could have been Sonia Citron, for Ariel Atkins. You don't even have your first-round pick next season. Like, what is the plan? This team is spinning in circles. Meanwhile, the Fever are looking ahead to the Phoenix Mercury. DeWanna Bonner, yeah, the traitor, the quitter, we got her next. That's the real test. Can we really hang with quality squads without Caitlin Clark? I don't know. I doubt it, but we'll see. For now, though, we celebrate. Coach Stephanie White, great job. You had the squad ready. Kelsey Mitchell, unstoppable. The defense, locked in. Turned Chicago over again and again. Shot 47% from the field. A perfect 16, 4, 16 from the free throw line. 26 assists. Only 11 fast break points, but who cares when Kelsey is on fire like that? It was a full team effort, and it paid off. But let's not act brand new. Chicago Sky are straight up bums, so I'm not getting too wild. But it's still a win and a statement.
Seen in the past, but one thing I have loved is that even though she's rehabbing and she wants to make sure she has access to the full artillery here of support for her rehab.
Yo, what happened to Miss Angel Reese? All-Star Weekend. She was all over Indiana. Reebok campaign talking that heavy talk. Come to your trap, take over your trap. So what happened? Because from what I saw, Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and flipped that whole city upside down. She didn't just show up, she took over. It looked like Caitlin Clark owned the Windy City. Took your trap, your block, your gym, your crowd, everything. Fans were out there running her down like she was Michael Jordan. CC with the MJ treatment. Caitlin Clark getting more love in Chicago than Chief Keef, Lil Durk, D Rose, all of M combined. It was wild. She stayed after the game, signing autographs for hours. And let's be clear, these weren't no hired extras or promo plants. These were real fans. Real energy. Real movement. Caitlin Clark took over Chicago like she'd been running the city for years. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, crickets. And now we got Ice Cube coming out throwing shade like, she ain't worth what Caitlin Clark's worth. Caitlin Clark unlocked millions for the WNBA. That's heavy. That's not from a blog. That's from Ice Cube. A real one. A mogul. We're gonna talk about all of it, but first, let's just soak it in. Let's take a look at Caitlin Clark running through Chicago like a legend. Somebody get her a Harold's Chicken Lifetime card, extra mild sauce. Give CC all the wings, all the sauce, she earned it. Queen of the Chi, queen of the WNBA. The biggest Barbie. The face of the league. Man, look at all these fans. Do you see what I'm saying now? Sometimes you just gotta know your lane, understand your place. They out here saying Caitlin Clark took over Angel Reese's trap, and you know what? They're not lying. She really did. This is exactly why Angel doesn't need to keep throwing shade at Caitlin. She walked into your city and owned it. Chicago was her playground. Come on now, how are you gonna compete with that? You can't. You really can't. So why keep forcing this rivalry? Every time Angel tries to poke the bear, she ends up making herself look ridiculous. Let's be real, there's no comparison between the two right now. Caitlin Clark is in another stratosphere. Just look at this crowd. Look at these people going nuts just to get a signature. Dude ran down from the nosebleeds with a bloody nose like, please sign this, Caitlin. You can't make this up. This is real love. This is superstar energy. And Angel, look, you've got a huge brand, no doubt. You've built a name. You got the followers. You're one of the biggest personalities in the league. But you're not Caitlin Clark. Let's just call it what it is. It's like comparing De'Aaron Fox to Steph Curry. Both are all-stars, but one moves the needle. One changes everything. That's Caitlin Clark. Angel, you keep trying to attach yourself to Caitlin every step of the way, but at this point, it's looking desperate. She didn't just visit your trap, she took it over. She had fans pouring in from every direction. Chi-Town was hers. Period. So look, just let it go. Stop forcing the beef. Caitlin's doing her. Angel, you should do you. Because trying to keep up with this kind of impact, you're only gonna wear yourself out. It is what it is. Caitlin Clark owns Chicago now. That's not hate. That's just facts. So let's talk about what Ice Cube actually said when it comes to the whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark situation, and why Angel didn't get that same $5 million offer from the Big Three like Caitlin did. This was straight out of Yahoo Sports, so it's not speculation. Cube said it plain and simple. He said, with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league. They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. Boom. Right there. That's the reality check. Now look, business is business. This ain't about feelings. This ain't about who you like more. It's about facts and numbers. Like Cube said, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. You really think Ice Cube, a seasoned businessman and a straight shooter, is just throwing around $5 million for fun? Nah. He saw value in Caitlin Clark because of what she brings. Eyeballs, ratings, revenue. That's the bottom line. So what now? Y'all gonna try to cancel Ice Cube for telling the truth? For being real? For saying that, based on what he knows and what he's seen, Angel Reese doesn't bring the same kind of money Caitlin does? That's not hate. That's facts. That's a boss making business decisions. Cube ain't in this game to lose money. He's here to build, not to burn cash. And honestly, it's not even a knock on Angel Reese. She's a star. She's got major potential. But right now, Caitlin is on a different level when it comes to impact, reach, and business value. And that's why Cube made the call he made. Simple as that.
Listen, man, you guys dropped Big Three again. This is a new season. I remember you famously made an offer to Caitlin Clark, but what about Angel Reese? Would you You think she could ball out? You know, she's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah, she's a great player. You know, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
You know, they didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese, so I don't know if we can make that. I don't know if we can make that same offer.
I see. So, maybe an adjusted amount.
I think we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
It's all smart moves. I see you. That's what you do.
No,
yeah.
Well, person.
This is the new season. What are you most excited for? Like, you know, maybe some new players or some new opportunities.
Yeah, we got some great players. You know, Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard. It's great. Wesley Johnson's been great. Montrezl Harrell been great. You know, the league has been, you know, it's been must-see TV for sure.
Yeah, it's getting a little testy. I saw some of those guys going at it. Mark Walters, do you think he could change the Lakers page like he did with the Dodgers?
Got to give him a shot. You know, it's not about what I think. It's about, you know, him execute. You know, he was able to execute with the Dodgers. So I'm confident he can execute with the Lakers. So we'll see.
So that's it, huh? That's really all y'all gonna do? Just talk, get mad, and ignore the truth? Because at the end of the day, we were all asking the same thing. Yo, why did Ice Cube offer Caitlin Clark $5 million but not Angel Reese? And now we know. Ice Cube was offering that real bag, and Caitlin said, "Nah, I'm good." She didn't take the money. She didn't need to. And now you see why Cube made that offer in the first place, because Caitlin Clark is a walking franchise. She pulled up to Chicago and absolutely took the city over. This is exactly the level of star power Cube was talking about. It's not even just basketball, it's a movement. Anywhere Caitlin goes, it turns into a full-on event. Chaos, cameras, sold-out arenas. That's not hype, that's numbers. That's business. And look, this is not to take away from Angel Reese. She's a star in her own right. She's doing her thing. Her game is growing. Her platform is big. But this constant comparing, this obsession with trying to stand next to Caitlin Clark's name every time something happens, that's not helping. You got fans online clowning, now saying stuff like, Caitlin Clark came to your trap, took over your trap. While Caitlin's out there signing autographs for hours, giving back to the fans, and just being herself, Angel's got extras and staged videos trying to go viral. That's not the move anymore. Angel is good enough to stand on her own now. She doesn't need to ride off the Caitlin comparisons anymore. Let her do her thing, and let Caitlin do hers. And back to Ice Cube, he kept it real. He said straight up, "I'm not in the business of losing money." Caitlin brings a return on that $5 million. It ain't personal, it's business. So respect to Cube for being honest, even when people don't want to hear it. Salute to Angel for continuing to grow. And respect to Caitlin for staying focused and doing what she does best, dominate. Like, comment, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. Yep. The really good thing about having quality depth is when you don't have it, somebody else does. And KK,